Hello, NYWCites. I am the administrator of the NYWC message board, Robert Lottie. Sideshow 2013 is now in the history books. A very good show to lead up to next month's Psycho Circus. The show began with the Beaver Boys, Alex Reynolds and John Silver, defeating the premier athlete Anthony Nese and Jesse Vane to retain the tag team championship. Very good opening matchup. After the match, Nese grabs the microphone and announces that whoever NYWC puts in front of him at Fusion will be one of the best. Larry Legend comes into the ring and was told by NYWC management that Nese's opponent has been selected. At the Psycho Circus on Saturday night, February 23rd, premier athlete Anthony Nese will go one-on-one with former WWE superstar and former tag team partner of Nese, the man we remember as Trent Beretta, as they will go at for the Fusion Championship. From there, DJ Fat Pat defeated Rob Vegas. Pretty good matchup there, and one particular guy sitting behind me kept making a lot of food references, and I'll get back to him later on. Mega comes to the ring and announces that he hasn't really done too much since losing the heavyweight championship, and was tag team champion in 2011. He issued an open challenge, which was answered by Bryce Young, which led up to Mega defeating Bryce Young. After the match, Mega takes the microphone again, and he said, "Who's next? Who I'm challenging somebody else." And when nobody came out at first, Mega announced to the crowd that he will be in the Joker's Wild Battle Royal next month at the Psycho Circus. From there, Mega was attacked from behind by the one-man militia, Matthew Justice, which led to the one-man militia, Matthew Justice, defeating Mega in a singles match. Next matchup saw the Greek god Papa Don defeat Jay Red, which saw Papa Don not only take this kid to school, but also give Jay Red a near-permanent wedgie. In tag team action, Mikey Whipwreck and Stockade defeated the returning Team Tremendous, Ken Stampy and Dan Barry. Ken and Dan, I'm glad you came out to Rage Against the Machine's Renegades song. It's quite a kick-ass tune. Hopefully Team Tremendous will be around for the long haul. From there, we went to intermission, and after intermission, the NYWC Commissioner, Brian Vitko, comes to the ring and brings the big dog Steve Forge and the lovely Nikki Adams out and said, "You know, you guys teamed up for the first time last month. You're currently undefeated. Well, you got a match right now with another team that's undefeated," which led up to Big Game Smith James and Bill Carr defeating the big dog Steve Forge and Nikki Adams, and pretty much giving Forge's very first defeat in NYWC history. Out came Reckless and Wasted, who were told that if they got involved in Forge's match, they would have to be forced to disband. But that led up to Big Game Smith James and Bill Carr defeating Reckless and Wasted in a tag team matchup. Vitko takes the microphone and says, "You know, I said if you guys got involved in Forge's match, you would have to disband. Well, technically you didn't. You got involved after the match. However, I happen to be a slimy liar." He said something along the lines of that, folks. I can't remember what he said with the microphone issues, and I'll get to that later on. And announced that Reckless and Wasted will no longer be a tag team in NYWC. I just hope that doesn't stop JT Pacer and Braden Knight from drinking beer to the ring. Just as everybody was leaving the ring, Nikki Adams was still at ringside, and out came the boy diva, Rick Cataldo, who was set to defend the NYWC Charlotte Championship, but then Adams and Cataldo got into it, and which resulted in Reckless and Wasted as well as Forge coming back to the ring to pull Adam to do a pull-apart. Perhaps Nikki will get another opportunity at Psycho Circus for that belt. But that led up to boy diva Rick Cataldo defeating Marty Bell to retain the Scarlet Championship. Next up, we were set to see Dan Echoes, who was accompanied by the returning Prince Charles, go one-on-one with Francis Kipling Stevens. Dan takes the microphone, and he announces something about nerves, and he brings up Pirate, which brought out Chikara Pro's Jolly Roger, and says, "Let's make this a three-way dance," and the match was on, and Francis Kipling Stevens defeated Dan Echoes and Jolly Roger. Then, in the six-man tag team main event, current NYWC champion Apollyon, Rex Wallace, and Dickie Rods defeated Alvin Alvarez, Ryan the Adrenaline Rush, and the Big O when Rush deserted Alvin when Alvin needed to tag out, and Alvin eventually got hit with Rex's death penalty, and that gave the Order of the Black the victory. From there, the Order of the Black, including the newest member, Ryan Rush, attacking Big O, which led Mikey Whipwreck and Stockade to come out, and Mikey was taking chairs from the front row, and Brian Vitko comes out and announces that those two teams will go at the Psycho Circus. If Team Big O wins, Apollyon will lose the championship. If Order of the Black wins, Apollyon will remain champion. Also, just before the main event, Larry Legend announced to the crowd that the Greek god Papa Don will go one-on-one with former NYWC and ECW heavyweight champion Jerry Lynn at the Psycho Circus on February 23rd. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on to the personal notes. It was great having Don sitting near me. Great seeing Steven Scogan. Steven, as I mentioned on Facebook, there was three ladies sitting right by you. They're very pretty, but I imagine they've all got boyfriends. Great seeing John, Shane, Jim Lundis. Hope you're happy, Jim. Larry Legend, David Poppy, James McGrady. The new referee did pretty good, and he actually was in the taxi with me en route to the show. I guess he still remembered me from the train ride home in October with Larry Legend. Didn't quite get his name, though. Once again, Victor Cruz did not wrestle. I can't understand this. Guy's putting his gear on for nothing, if you ask me. I wish he'd get back in the ring already. I know he's got to wait his turn, but come on, NYWC. Everybody's buzzing. Push Victor Cruz. Push Victor Cruz. Not the Giant, everybody. On to some memorable quotes. There's a White Castle on Deer Park Avenue. The guy sitting behind me at DJ Fat Pat. Why are you so quiet? Crusher Dugan when he walked right by me. Because you're booze, that's why. Lady behind me. I don't know if it was a young lady or, I don't know. It was definitely a lady's voice, I can tell you that, folks. Oh. Give me that. Prince Charles wanting my megaphone. Great seeing Tim from the Control Center. Definitely great T-shirts, and when my friends found out the T-shirts that I got, they're going to be so let down they had to miss the show. Well, great seeing Allison. I really wish I could have seized an opportunity to talk to you. After the show, there was an after party at Twisted Shamrock. Big O was celebrating his birthday, even though his official birthday was on Friday. And Shane, who made those thick cupcakes that you brought out for Big O? I mean, those are pretty huge. I mean, of course, nothing's going to beat Twisted cupcakes. I'm going to miss those. I should have grabbed one on my way out, too. Speaking of Twisted Shamrock, as much as I like, the good food there, I may think twice about going there in the future. Matt Stryker and Mike Mondo were the luminaries in attendance, and I think Shane noticed Stryker at Twisted Shamrock as well. At Twisted Shamrock, there were like three young ladies. I think they were sitting by Steven Scogan. I know I kept looking over at them, and at one point they got up to shoot some pool, and I didn't really want to stick around for too long and get home later than I actually did. Great seeing Ralph Duke, Fred. Oliver, Chris, there's 2 kids next to me. They were pretty fun. Definitely, folks, I need some help here, okay? I have flyers to help push the NYWC message board. I only passed out like 3 of them. It's just that every time it's intermission, it's always chaotic. Everybody going to the bathroom, buying food, going outside, meeting wrestlers. I mean, I need some help, guys. I don't know a really good strategic idea to really, get people to get on the message board already. I mean, it's quite not really tiring. It's just that I really don't know what to do anymore. I know the show didn't feel the same without Jason Linnick and Brian Edelman, and of course there were a few others that could not make the show for one reason or another. All right. NYWC staff and management. We know Psycho Circus is next month. I certainly hope you can get a handle on the seating situation, because I still find it unfair that last February, myself and that lovely lady Jessica were the first 2 there last year, and other people got in before us. I hope that's not going to be the case this year, and everybody will end up whining about, oh, there was no room this, there was no room that. In the end, I don't understand. Have you guys even tried to find a bigger place to have Psycho Circus every year? I hope you can do it. I hope you get a handle on this situation, and not just literally. Well, okay, that's pretty good. Much going to do it. Of course, Psycho Circus is next month, and as always, not only does NYWC rule, it kicks ass.